This is Mogul Motivation, episode 433. But before we get into this week's topic, please like, share, subscribe, and comment on whatever platform you're listening to it on right now. I would surely appreciate it. Mogul Motivation, empowering and inspiring entrepreneurs and dream chasers worldwide, 1 week at a time. Presented by True Stories Media. And I'm your host, Antoine Twiz Taylor. Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Mogul Motivation. Welcome back. I'm happy that you are here. If this is your first time listening, this podcast is for the aspiring entrepreneur trying to get over that hump and make things happen. This podcast is for anybody with a dream that wants to go forward and accomplish that dream. Discipline is what really carries us. You see, motivation, Mogul motivation, right? Motivation is the spirit. It's the emotion that drives you to go forward. And once you're going forward, now you're inspired to jump off of that cliff. But it's the discipline that really carries us from point A to point B. Motivation, it comes and goes. That's why I do episodes weekly. That's why I've been doing this episode for 8 years at this point, because motivation comes and goes. I've been motivated over the entire course of my life, and there has been moments where that motivation has faded. Motivation comes and goes. You can be motivated today and tomorrow not be motivated. You can be inspired this month, but then next month you are not inspired to do anything. It's fleeting. This is a fact. But it's that discipline. The discipline is what's overlooked. The discipline is the thing that we don't talk about. Discipline is the constant denominator when it comes to motivation, when it comes to inspiration, when it comes to achievement and accomplishment. It is the discipline. What do you want right now versus what you want later on? What you want later on is the ultimate goal. You want to be a successful entrepreneur. You want to get promoted. You want to rise up the ranks in your career. You want to make more money. You want the car. You want the house. You want the financial freedom. That is what you want later. But what you want now is to give up. What you want now is to sleep. What you want now is to procrastinate. What you want now is to put it off. What you want now is to ignore. What you want now is to run from it. What you want later cannot happen if you indulge in what you want now. You have to sacrifice what you want now for what you want later. So even though you want to run from it now, even though you want to procrastinate now, and I'm a huge procrastinator, let me just be very clear on that. Even though you want to sleep now, even though you want to be comfortable now, it is going to impede what you want later. You have to deny yourself the indulgence of what you want now. So even though you want all those things right now, you have to deny yourself that and continue to remain disciplined even when you are not motivated, even when you are not inspired to jump off that cliff and go into the deep. You have to remain disciplined now because you want something later. What you want later is greater than what you want now. What you want later is what's important. What you want later is why you started this journey in the first place. What you want later is what's going to bring you that true joy, that true happiness. What you want later is valuable beyond words, beyond currency. So if you really want that later on down the road, if you truly desire that, then even though right now you are weary, even though right now you are afraid, even though right now you don't want to do it, you are going to deny yourself that feeling and that emotion, and you are going to do the complete opposite of that. You have to be disciplined. Disciplinary actions is what's going to get us to where we want to be in life. It's not the procrastination. Again, I said I'm a huge procrastinator. I've been a procrastinator ever since elementary school. I'm not proud of it. I'm just telling you the truth. Procrastination is not going to get you what you want later. Running from it is not going to get you what you want later. Being timid is not going to get you what you want later. Discipline will. Discipline when you are not motivated. When that motivation has faded away, when you are not inspired to jump off the cliff anymore, when you are tired, when you are hurt, when you are in your feelings, when you are bruised, when you are scared, you do it anyway. And this does not mean you don't rest, because rest is very important. That's a whole nother topic though. This is simply saying, even though you know what you want, you are running from your destiny that God placed in your mind and in your spirit because of man-made circumstances. because the enemy is trying to penetrate your mind and plant placebos into your spiritual soil. So therefore, that fear, that worry, that anxiety, the doubt, the self-sabotage, all of these things are telling you, sure, you want financial freedom. Sure, you want that car. Sure, you want that house. Sure, you want to be a successful entrepreneur. Sure, you want to hit a certain goal. Sure, you want to raise your credit. Sure, you want to lose your weight. Sure, you want to rise up the ranks of your career. Yes, you want all of that, but you're not worthy. You're not smart enough. You're not good enough. You don't have enough money. You don't have enough experience. You don't have the courage. Your family couldn't do it. Nobody in your community could do it. What makes you think you could do it? All of these things, these intrusive thoughts, are what seeps into your mind. And that's what depletes your motivation even more. And when you allow that to happen, your discipline has to kick into gear. Your discipline is a fail-safe, because when your spirit, when your mind, when your body is telling you, I cannot do this anymore, that discipline is going to remind you that you very well can do this and you need to do this because you are worthy and you started this journey for a reason. You have to remain disciplined, ladies and gentlemen, no matter what happens, no matter what intrusive thoughts pop in your head, no matter how long it's been, no matter how grueling it is, no matter how taxing it may be, you have to keep going. You have already invested too much money, too much energy, too much time. Therefore, you deserve that reward, and you will only get that reward if you sacrifice what you want now for what you truly want later. What you want now is to quit. What you want now is to give in to those intrusive thoughts, but you have to deny yourself that, remain disciplined, and continue to put forth action so that you can achieve what you want later. So that's my message today, everybody. Let's continue to work. Let's continue to imagine reality. Disciplinary actions is what carries us from point A to point B. Yes, we are motivated today, but tomorrow we might not be motivated. Yes, we are inspired today, but next week we might not be inspired. But through it all, we must remain disciplined. Inch by inch, foot by foot, bit by bit, and we will get there. And you're going to be so grateful and so happy that you remain disciplined through the dark days. So if this podcast has benefited you in any way, shape, or form, I ask for two things as always. Number one, please leave a 5-star review. And number two, pass it on to a friend who may benefit from it as well. Have a great day, everybody. I'll talk to you next week.